Love God, love people, make disciples. If we're loving God, we're obeying. As a parent, you love, but what would you rather have from your child? Their love, which is just a verbal thing, hey, I love you, or obedience? Welcome back to TBC 10 Minute Tuesday, a podcast of Thelma Baptist Church. I'm your host, BJ Parson, missions and student pastor here at TBC. Our goal in this weekly podcast is to engage, inform, and inspire. Today in the studio, I'm rolling solo. So I guess we could actually call today Coffee with BJ, because I am just kind of sitting in here this morning and I've got my coffee. Of course, when you're talking, you can't just stop and drink coffee. Coffee with BJ. It almost sounds like a radio show. So unfortunately, we're not going to do any call-ins this morning. But this is where we are this morning. I was thinking several different things this morning, getting ready to come in and record. Had an amazing call from Justin Robinson this morning. Just an encouragement. Yesterday was filled with all kinds of, honestly, meetings. Just meetings. And I finished the day and felt like, and I don't know if you've ever felt like this, I kind of felt like, man, did I accomplish anything through the day? And the truth is, sometimes you have to prepare before you actually do anything. And I think a lot of the meetings I had yesterday were preparation for things that are coming. And it kind of ties straight back into what Pastor Doug and I were talking about last week when it comes to different times, different seasons. Ecclesiastes 3:1, for everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven. And yesterday just kind of yesterday really ties in well with that, with my day and just how it went. And just being busy with things that you have to do to prepare for what's coming. So I am really enjoying the series that we're in right now with To Everything There's a Season. I mean, we know that it is a time for everything. And that's the series title. Actually, a time for everything. So there we go. That's that. So let me talk about a couple of things today on the podcast. Excited about, and always not, I catch myself saying I'm excited about, but I am. I truly am not creating like hype or trying to create hype around things that are going on here at the church. There's a lot of things going on. And I always want to make sure that we're doing what we want to do, what our desire is with the podcast. And that is not just to give announcements. Anybody can get announcements. If you want announcements, you can grab a bulletin on a Sunday morning and look on the back of the bulletin. There's always announcements going on. Walk down the hallways. There's flyers on the wall. Miss Melanie does an amazing job making sure that everybody is up to date on what's going on. But it's more than just that. It's more than just giving information. We want to explain the why behind the what. Why are we doing what we're doing? If that's clear, if our goal is clear, then it's going to be easier to figure out the what and the how. If we know the why and the why is clear. For us, when we answer the question of why do we do what we do, it should be our big three: love God, love people, make disciples. We should be in the vein of one of those things: loving God, loving people, making disciples. And following the example of Christ, Pastor Doug talked about this Sunday morning on his first point. He talked about Jesus' earthly ministry and how Jesus ministered completely. That is our example. Jesus set an amazing example. We try to follow in our ministries here at Thelma Baptist Church, and not just in one or the other. we try to do that in all things. When we talk about missions, one of the shirts, matter of fact, I'm actually wearing the shirt today. It says "On Mission," and it has an outline of Guatemala. And that's one of the things that we've tried to do. And even in looking to 2026, our Guatemala mission opportunity for June of 2026, when we were talking about what we're doing when we go back, our goal is to expand the opportunity to share the gospel. Building houses and meeting the physical need of the houses there in Guatemala for the people that are there, that's a great thing. And there's individuals who have been sleeping on a mud floor, and we're going to give them something that's not a mud floor to sleep on. We're going to give them something that's not going to wash away when it rains. It's not just wood and stubble and clay. It's something that is valuable to them. It meets a need, a physical need in their life, and for their family, it provides stability. But what else are we doing? Every time we go into a village, we always do that by connecting with a pastor who is close by or in that village. We always connect those families to that pastor before we leave, and we always share the gospel. How can we do more? Not build more houses, but to connect more people to the gospel. And so when we're looking back at what we've done in the past, and sometimes you kind of morph into something that you didn't want to be, and I don't think we're at a place where we're something that we didn't want to be, but if we continue to go down the path of doing and not sharing, doing the work and trying to do more of the work, the physical labor part, and missing the opportunity to share the gospel and take Jesus with us. It's more than just being the hands and feet. We're called to be the mouth also. Jesus didn't just meet the physical needs. He did meet physical needs, but he shared the good news, as Pastor Doug talked about Sunday morning. It wasn't just the good news. He didn't just heal somebody and move on. He shared what it meant to have a relationship with an almighty, all-knowing, loving God who doesn't want you to stay where you're at. And so as we look forward to 2026 and our next opportunity to be there, how are we going to expand the opportunity to share the gospel? We've talked about using the graduating seniors. Oh, by the way, that's exciting news. We have our first graduating class November the 1st. We're going to go back and see that. I'm excited to be able to see those guys and celebrate with them. But using those individuals, those guys who speak amazing English so they can communicate with us, but also translate to Spanish to kids, using them to be translators and doing some street parties, doing some like literally in the middle of the street, doing vacation Bible school type activities, bringing the kids in, maybe even doing bounce houses, cotton candy, things that we enjoy, bringing it to them, cupcakes, giving them something sweet to eat. You always sugar up kids. Get them something sweet to eat, something that draws them in, but then sharing the best and the sweetest thing that you could ever receive, and that's the gospel of Jesus Christ. We are looking at how to expand that. And I think that's important for us. Our ministries within the church should always come back to love God, love people, make disciples. If we're loving God, we're obeying. As a parent, you love, but what would you rather have from your child? Their love, which is just a verbal thing, hey, I love you, or obedience? We know that we're called to obey. So we're loving God, we're obeying, we're following his call on our life. We're following his call in our ministries, loving people, doing what Jesus did when he reached out to individuals and met needs, loving on them, and then making disciples. If you love God and you're obedient and you're loving people, you're sharing the gospel, you're making disciples, you're staying in it. You're not just showing up, doing something and disappearing. You're making a difference, a lifelong difference, and you're sticking with it. It's easy to show up, hand out a tract, say God loves you, and disappear. It's difficult to stay with it through the hard times, but that's what we're called to do. We are the church. We don't go to church. We are the church. And I cannot wait to see what God has next, because it is going to be amazing. Just hold on and watch. Listen, I want to tell you how much I appreciate being able to do what I do here, being able to serve alongside an amazing staff, amazing individuals. Thank you. That's pretty much the bottom line on that. Thank you. And also, thank you for joining me today. I want to encourage you to invite someone to join you here on Wednesday, tomorrow night, 6:30, for children, student, adult activities here at TBC, and also 8:30 and 10 a.m. on Sunday morning, groups and worship. I would love to see you and your friends here. So on behalf of myself and the staff, have a great rest of your week. I hope to see you back here next time for 10 Minute Tuesday.